The second part of our Lesson 1 and Graphic Design 1 is to learn more about the Adjustments Panel. In the Adjustments Panel, you can do various things like change hue and saturation, brightness and contrast, levels, and there are many more different options. So currently, I am in our Photoshop lessons, Lesson 1, CMYK versus RGB, and then I am now in the Adjustments Panel assignment. As you can see, it asks you to download the picture of lovely little Stella to your H drive. You can also just copy and paste into Photoshop and then go ahead and save to your H drive. All right, the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure and change this to CMYK and then use our adjustment panels to change these various items down here. I've already gone ahead and put little Stella in her actual Photoshop document. Okay, I'm going to do a file save as. And then I'm just going to, I just save that to my desktop, okay? The first thing that my assignment asks me to do is it asks me to change my document to CMYK, which for myself makes me assume that this is going to be printed. So we're going to go to Image, Mode, CMYK. You can go ahead and flatten that image. As you can see, some things have changed around here. We'll learn more about that later, okay? Now, if we go back to our assignment, right, it says that we need to change our brightness and contrast, levels, and hue and saturation. This is all from the Adjustments panel, okay? First and foremost, we go back to this folder, okay? Here's a quick little reminder of where you need to go, right? Window, Adjustments. Whenever you're in Photoshop and maybe you don't know where something is, Window is always your best option. So Window, and then you want Adjustments clicked. You can see my Adjustments panel is already open over here. If I hover over each tiny little button, you can see that each of these things do a different thing. Okay? You can go ahead and feel free to mess around with these items, but then again, for our assignment, remember that we need to change our brightness and contrast, levels, and hue and saturation. Okay. First and foremost, here's our brightness and contrast. You simply just need to click that button. Then all of your tools to adjust that come up. Please notice a new layer has also come up down here in your Layers panel. Your main job today is to go ahead and kind of mess around with this image, right? I can increase my contrast. So increasing my contrast will make my whites brighter and will make my blacks really a lot richer, okay? I can bring my brightness down. As you can see, then the saturation of my colors gets a little bit higher. But it's a summer day, I want to keep it pretty bright, okay? Right? And then our next one is levels. Here is my levels, and these work on little sliders. These adjust my grays, this adjusted my blacks, and now this is going to adjust my whites, okay? I'm going to make her look really funny. And then lastly, we need to do our hue and saturation. This is where you guys will have a little bit more fun, okay? Here's our hue. As you can see right now, it's set to the middle. I can push through this and change Stella to be in some magical, almost like a, how would I say it? Almost like an Andy Warhol painting, okay? So I can mess with my saturation, okay? I can mess with my lightness and darkness. It's really up to you for what you choose that you want to do, okay? After you're done with this, you can go ahead and submit, or you can save this and then go ahead submit into Schoology through Firefox. So again, to recap, Adjustments panel, change to CMYK, brightness, contrast, levels, hue, and saturation, and then go ahead and upload your document.